All right, guys. I just got out the gym. We finished up a shoulder and chest day today. Uh, we finished up day 18 of being back in the gym consistently and trying to restart this fitness journey. Um, Now, I'm under a lot of stress right now, and work this week was really bad. Um, my physical health was kind of bad this week. I pulled my muscle in my back, bending over at work, and my lower back above my right glute, and I was just tired. We have a heat wave here in California, in SoCal, and there's a point to all this. I want to let you guys know there's a point to all this, and I was getting like 4 hours of sleep every day at work. I had at least 2 people not show up to work, and it made the workload 5x for me most of the week this week. And it was just anything that could go wrong did go wrong, and it was just a really bad time. And I still showed up to the gym most of the days, and I don't want to sound like I'm on my high horse here and I'm trying to just say flex that I went, but I think I'm at a point now where I think the pain of not showing up and dealing with that is a little bit worse than the pain of getting to the gym now. Now, I by no means am saying this is a huge feat or a huge thing that I'm doing, right? It's just going to the gym, it's just working out, it's just that stuff, right? But with the way that my health was last year, my mental health, things like that, something in my brain deemed the gym just not important anymore. And I just saw my mood go down, my appetite go down, my weight go down, obviously, because of all that stuff. And I was just consumed with video games and hanging out with people and keeping myself busy and distracted away from something that I feel like at one point in my life was really important, which is my health and fitness. I've tried other things. I've tried golfing, I've tried running, and I would work out here and there, but never really serious about being back into it. Now, there's a lot going on in my life right now. I'm moving out in the next month. I'm getting married in 2 months. And I just think there's a lot of instability in my life, and I think that the gym is just something that's stable for me. My job has been really stressful, and I just think that something that can bring me a little bit of peace and just quiet and me time throughout the week is very important at this moment. And I'm really hoping for a better week next week. And like I said, I'm at a point right now where the pain of just not showing up and living with that, knowing that I didn't try, or even if I am really tired, I'm not trying to burn it out. I'm not trying to just show up every day just because I think that's gonna make me the most progress. But I haven't had a workout split. I haven't had a program I'm following. I have just actually just been showing up and working out whatever's not sore. I know that's not ideal, but I think when you're beginning and you're trying to get into this routine, that just showing up is important. And I've been kind of using that as maybe a coping mechanism for what I'm going through. Now, with that being said, I feel like the glycogen is getting filled back to my muscles. I'm getting some size back. I am, maintaining some of that mass. My friends say I look bigger. My friends say that I look more full and that I look a little bit happier. Last week, not this week. This week was horrible. But I know that starting this journey and kind of working out of this, I'm being pretty vulnerable here. Obviously, I got my nipple hanging out and I'm being pretty vulnerable. I'm gonna cover that up for you guys. But other than being vulnerable and other than doing this again, I don't feel like I'm starting at square zero. I feel like I'm starting at square four, because of the knowledge that I have and the amount of training knowledge that I know from the past from doing other transformations and things like that. I think the only real difference that I have made here is that I'm not letting one bad day or one bad week ruin my mentality and just giving up, and these injuries really take over. You know, I've still been showing up. I've been trying to mitigate the injuries. I've been trying to you know, like I bent over to pick up my pen at work this last week, and my phone was in my pocket and kind of stopped my hip from hinging, and I pulled the muscle in my back, and it ruined my sleep, man. Like for 3 nights I just like couldn't sleep well, and I was just waking up just so exhausted, just going to work and coming back home just dead tired. So this week my main priority is to get my meals back on track, to create a actual program, and to prioritize my rest. So that is essentially what I mean, the building blocks of building muscle, right? I want to look good for my wedding, so that is like a big driver for me right now, and I'm just kind of excited to see where this is going to be in the next 4 to 5 months. Now, again, I'm not going to say that like I've made progress and I'm on my high horse, but I'm just gonna say that I'm hoping to see progress, and I'm hoping for you guys to see some kind of progress as well. And that I was thinking about the other day, and I was just like, man, you know, COVID hit. I got so far gone from this lifestyle during COVID, and even though it's just been like whatever, you know, now I'm starting to get FOMO. I'm starting to get FOMO of going to the gym and doing these things, and that I have to really kind of schedule my life around it, you know, like instead of just trying to go when it's inconvenient for my relationship and for my friendships and for things like that. But like I'm willing to sacrifice some of that free time that I have to do this. Now with the amount of time and hours that I've put into video games, I've put into work, you know, I was talking to my friend Daniel about this, and I was like, dude, like we are good at our jobs because of the hours we put in. You know, we always talk about changing our jobs and, you know, stuff like that, and he's always like, you know, and I just told him, I was like, dude, like if you're gonna become somebody else, like you got to put the hours in to what that person does for their living, for their work. And you know, with the amount of hours we've put in on Overwatch, we've been playing Overwatch together for like 8 years. Now we're on Rivals. I've put in hours on Fallout 4. I've put in hours on Apex, and I've gotten really good at these games. And I remember like sitting there and I was like, damn, like I am impressing myself with some of the with some of the plays that I'm making. I'm you know, I just can transfer these skills over pretty quickly. Like me, like you have to be somewhat of like a level of intelligence and just know and understand. And I don't feel like I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I can break things down really well and digest and extract information, which is something that I had really hard time doing in school because like, I have really bad ADHD. So if I get obsessed with something, I learn everything about it and break it down. And that's kind of where I'm at right now with this, is that I've learned so much about it, that I have just consumed so much of it, that it's kind of unhealthy for me to like know this much without even having to do anything about it. And I know there's a lot more to learn, but I know enough of the basics and intermediates that I'm hoping that this is going to be enough to carry me into some amount of progress. And that the next 4 or 5 months is going to be different. So I'm not going to preach anything that I'm doing yet. Like, I want to see progress first. I want you guys to see progress as well. So with that being said, man, like shout out to my old subscribers that are watching this video. Like now that I'm moving out with Cass, I don't know how that's going to be as far as allowing me to be more creative and express myself more creatively through YouTube videos and through social media and stuff. But I think that that might change a little bit, which I'm really excited for. And that I'm just gonna, you know, life is just so different from what it used to be. I think we're all feeling older, especially if you were following me a long time ago. I was like a young kid making these videos, and it's one of those things where now I'm a little bit older and I don't know how I'm gonna maintain these vlogs, you know, with life getting in the way. I don't know what this channel is gonna evolve into, but I think that part of who I am right now is on this journey, and that I'm willing to share it. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna upload whenever I feel like I need to make a benchmark. I have been feeling really well and really good drinking the Karbolyn throughout my workouts. Like I said in the last video that I uploaded, that I was feeling really exhausted, and that I feel like I was supplementing with pre-workout and not fueling my workouts with these carbs. Now my muscles, since they're small, I feel like don't store enough glycogen, so I bought this powder called Karbolyn, which is a carbohydrate powder that is made of rice, corn, and potato. And I have been sipping on that throughout my workouts because of the theory that if I burn out the glycogen that I have stored, I can replenish it as I'm working out. And it's worked really nicely. I've been carried through a few different workouts. I am disassociating a little bit through my workouts. I don't feel very present. I think it's because I have been really sleep deprived and just tired. So I hope that changes this week as I prioritize my rest. But I'm looking at myself as like a big science experiment. So during my workouts, I'm drinking these simple carbohydrates. I mean, they're complex carbs. There's no sugar in them, so they're fast digesting complex carbs, and I don't feel heavy drinking them. It feels like I'm just drinking like a Gatorade, but it's 200 calories and 100 grams of carbs. So it feels 50 grams of carbs, 200 calories. So it feels really good. And then after my workouts, I am drinking like juice, maybe another scoop of the Karbolyn, along with a protein shake. So I have this protein Chobani yogurt, which is 20 grams of protein. And I'm hoping to get my diet back on track this week, because last week I was not eating at all very well. But I'm not going to let those bad days and the bad week deter me from the progress that I am having faith and hope to see. So we're gonna go to Costco tomorrow and do a little grocery haul. I could do a grocery haul if you guys want me to, but we're on day 18. We're gonna finish up the month strong, and we're gonna prioritize these gains. So I have a lot more coming, man. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm drinking the carbs to replenish what I lost during the workout, protein right after as well, and trying to eat good. So it's just the gym, nothing important, nothing special. I'm just an idiot trying to get out of this slump, and just gotta have like a routine, like somebody that knows what they're doing. And if I can make good progress, and if I can speed things up and, you know, look good and feel good as fast as I can, which is what I'm trying to do, I would love to help other people do it. So with that being said, you guys take care of yourselves. Take your vitamins, your vitamin D, vitamin B12, vitamin C, vitamin K. You take your zinc, your magnesium. Take your vitamins. Do some research. Take your vitamins. Taking vitamin D has completely changed my life. I cannot tell you guys the deficiency I was going through, and how vitamin D has completely changed my mood and who I am, and set me on this path to just kind of like get that to just go and run with what I know. So I'm really ending this video here. I'll talk to you guys in the next video, and hope you guys have a great night.